For this month's Four Horsemen build theme of tiny casting monster truck, I chose the Hot Wheels RV There Yet as the basis for my build. I believe this casting was inspired by the Fiat 500, which when introduced in 1957 featured a 13 horsepower 479cc engine. The thought of this tiny car with a huge camper strapped to its back amused me the first time I saw it, and the thought of it as a monster truck only amused me more. The RV There Yet only has 2 rolling axles. The wheel and tire you see in the middle of the vehicle are fake, and are actually molded as part of the body with the tire and wheel being painted on. The first thing I did after disassembling the RV There Yet was to remove those fake tires and wheels. In the process of doing this, I reshaped the rear wheel arches on the body to match the front wheel arches. While considering how I was going to scratch build the chassis for my monster Fiat, I happened upon a set of Hot Wheels monster trucks that looked like promising organ donors. Although the wheels would be way too large for what I had in mind, there was a plastic roll cage and chassis unit that would provide suspension components I was looking for. After the roll cage was removed, leaving just the monster truck chassis and suspension, the RV There Yet chassis was modified to allow the shock towers from the monster truck chassis to slip into the RV There Yet wheel wells. Sheet styrene was used to block off the openings between the RV There Yet chassis and body components. The chassis unit from a second monster truck would donate part of its front suspension to provide shock towers needed to support the addition of a middle axle to the RV There Yet monster chassis. I had found some tires on eBay that I thought were appropriate in size for this mini monster truck build. However, the 5-spoke mag wheels they came on did not fit the final vision I had for the build. After removing the mag-style wheel from one of the tires, I measured it so I could design a replacement that would be more fitting to my vision. I used Fusion 360 to model my replacement wheels. I designed a slotted steel wheel with a domed hubcap combination that I felt would be typical of a late 50s or early 60s bottom-of-the-range vehicle. The solid model of the wheel was then exported and printed on an Anycubic Photon Mono 2 resin 3D printer. The resulting wheels were painted with Rust-Oleum's Painter's Choice Cottage White to fit my chosen color scheme, while the hubcaps were painted chrome silver. After the paint had dried, the original mag wheels were removed from the tires, and my new steel wheels were installed. The die-cast camper body was stripped of its original white paint and then polished to mimic an Airstream-style camper from the early 60s. The tail and backup light details on the rear of the camper were hand-painted. The molded plastic Fiat body was painted with Rust-Oleum's Painter's Choice Saint-Tropez in the hope of giving the vehicle a retro early 60s vibe. Headlight and license plate decals were laser printed and then applied to the painted body. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the build.